Alright, now we're going to take what we did in our warm-up with our triangle exercises and we're going to apply this to our triangle word problems. So here we have our triangle ABC. Okay, ABC. And we got to solve for all three of these angles. So in triangle ABC, your first angle is always going to equal x. Okay, so here let's make that triangle A. Okay, angle B is 24 degrees larger than angle A. So angle B is 24 degrees larger than, which means you add to angle A, and angle A is x. Angle C is 9 degrees smaller than angle B. So angle B is 24 degrees plus angle A, and angle C is 9 degrees less than that. Okay, so angle C is 9 degrees less than angle B. Now all you have to do is your algebra. So you're going to add all three of these angles together. Okay, so we're going to have angle A plus angle B plus angle C. And you're going to set it equal to 180 degrees because there's 180 degrees in a triangle. When you solve, you're going to combine all your like terms. Okay, so you're going to be left with 3x plus 39 equals 180. Solve for x. Okay, you're going to subtract 39 from both sides. You're going to be left with 3x equals 141. Divide by 3, and x equals 47. Okay, you're not done. It says that you need to find all three of your angles. So you need to go back and plug x in. Okay, so angle A is going to equal 47 degrees because angle A equals x. Now for angle B is going to equal 24 plus 47. Okay, so that's going to leave us with angle B equaling 71 degrees. And then finally, when we plug x in for angle C, okay, we're going to be left with 24 plus 47, right? That's angle B minus 9. Okay, when you do your math, you should get an angle C equals 62 degrees. Okay, so we're not done. Now we have to go back and make sure that we did all of our algebra right. So now we have to go back through and we have to check. Okay, so we got angle A equaled 47 degrees. Angle B equaled 71 degrees. And angle C equals, we said, 62 degrees. Okay, you're going to add up all three of these angles, and you should get that angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. Okay, so this one's a little different than the one we just looked at. This says one of the base angles of an isosceles triangle is 2 degrees more than 5 times the vertex angle. So now we got to remember our properties of our isosceles triangle. Okay, an isosceles triangle has two congruent sides, which means we have two congruent base angles. And our angle at the top is our vertex. So we're going to have, instead of angles A, B, and C, we're going to have two base angles and a vertex. Okay, in this problem we're given that one of the base angles of an isosceles triangle is 2 degrees more than 5 times the vertex. So this tells us that our vertex is going to be x because we're given information about our base angle. So our base angle is going to be 2 plus 5x, okay, because one of our base angles is 2 degrees more than 5 times the vertex. So this 5 times the vertex is going to be 5 times x, and it also tells us that it's 5 degrees more than that. So we're going to add, or 2 degrees more than that, so we're going to add 2. Okay, and our base angles are congruent, so we have 2 of them. Okay, just like before, we're going to add all three of our triangles, our triangle's angles together, and you should get 11x plus 4, and we're going to set it equal to 180 because there's 180 degrees in the triangle. Okay, you're going to solve for x. When you solve for x, you're going to get 11x equals 176. Divide by 11 on both sides, and you get x equals 16 degrees. Okay, so here we found that our vertex angle equals 16 degrees because our vertex angle is x, and both of our bases, okay, we're going to plug x back in, times 16. 2 plus 5 times 16 is going to be 82 degrees. So both of our base angles are 82 degrees. Okay, then you got to make sure you're going back through and you're checking. Okay, our vertex angle plus our two base angles, and if you add them up, they should equal 180 degrees. So we know we did our algebra correct. Okay, remember, you should be pausing the videos and going back and looking at anything that you didn't understand. Okay, you can pause the video and go back to any of the problems or any of the problems before to relook over anything. So number 3 is a lot like number 1, okay, but now we're dealing with some fractions. So in our triangle, we have triangle ABC again. Angle B is 5/8 as big as angle A, and angle C is 1/4 as big as angle A. So here we know that angle A is going to be x. And the reason why we know angle A is x is because we're given information about angle B, and we're also given information about angle C in relation to A. We don't know anything about angle A yet, so we're going to call angle A x. Okay, angle B is 5/8 as big as angle A, which is x. Okay, so angle B is going to be 5/8 times x, which is angle A. Angle C, alright, angle C is 1/4 as big as angle A. So angle C is 1/4 as big as angle A. Now we're going to add them all up. And when you add them all up, you should get x plus 5/8 x plus 1/4 x, set it equal to 180 degrees. There's 180 degrees in the triangle. And when you simplify, you should get 15/8 x equals 180. Multiply by its reciprocal, and you should get x equals 96 degrees. Let's see if I can write this. Okay, so now we got to go back through and we got to plug x into everything. So when we plug x in for angle A, we just know that angle A equals 96 degrees. When we plug x back into angle B, 5/8 times 96 is going to leave you with 60 degrees. And when we plug 96 in for angle C, we get 1/4 times 96, which equals 24. Okay, now we got to go down and we got to make sure that all of our angles up to give us 180 degrees. Alright, so when we add up all of our angles, angle A was 96 degrees, angle B was 60 degrees, and angle C was 24. If you add all those up, you get 180 degrees. So we know we did our algebra right. Alright, last one. Then you're going to work on the rest of the worksheet on your own. One of the angles of a triangle is 8 degrees more than 5 times another angle. If the third angle is 4 degrees larger than the difference of the first two angles, find the angles. So here in this problem, we're not given specifics. So we don't know if the angles are called A, B, and C, or 1, 2, and 3, so you can just pick whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to pick here, I'm going to use 1, 2, and 3. That's just what I chose. Okay, so your first angle is always going to be x. Always, always, always. Okay, so one of the angles of a triangle is 8 degrees more than, okay, 8 degrees more than 5 times another angle. So that other angle is going to be angle 1, which is x. So this 8 plus just means 8 more than, and this 5x means 5 times the other angle, which is angle 1. If the third angle, angle 3, is 4 degrees larger than the difference of the first two. The difference, this word difference, means subtraction. Okay, so 4 degrees larger than the difference of the first two. So we're going to have this 8 plus 5x, and we're going to subtract it from x. Okay, the difference of the first two is right here. So then I would suggest simplifying this first before you add all three of your angles together. When you simplify this, you're going to get 4x plus 12. Now you can go through and add up all three of your angles. Okay, so you're going to be left with 10x plus 20 equals 180. Okay, solve for x, you're going to get 10x equals 160. Divide both sides by 10, you get x equals 16. Now you're going to go through and you're going to plug x back in for all your angles. So angle 1 is going to equal 16 degrees. Angle 2 is going to equal 8 plus 5 times 16, and that's going to give you 88. And angle 3, let's use this, 4 times 16 plus 12 is going to give you 76. Go through and check them all. If you add all three of your angles up, you get 180 degrees. You know you did your algebra right. So now you're going to go and you're going to complete the rest of the worksheet on your own. Now I'm going to have my answer key posted on the board. So as soon as you do a problem, you should automatically go up and be checking your answers on the board. You can also come and see me and ask me for any questions that you might have.